So, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be doing another one of the new Incarnons, and this time around it's going to be the Okina Prime. Now, whoever made these was probably a bit drunk and false authority with these fine edged blades. These are Sai. They don't have an edge. They're round. That's literally the opposite of having an edge. But I digress. They somehow do primarily slash damage with a decent chunk of puncture and a little bit of impact. They have fabulous crit of 30% with an above average 2.6 times crit multiplier and a very solid status chance of 24%. They're also very fast with a base attack speed of 1.17 and they have fantastic follow through of 80%. The only downside of these is the base range, which is only at 1.7 meters. The Okina Prime were already really good even before the addition of the Incarnon adapter, which you can farm from the circuit in Duviri. So let us see how much better, if at all, they get with the addition of the Incarnon adapter. Shall we? Kills generate spectral daggers that target enemies, applying max gold status stacks. That sounds awesome. Oh, these look very cool with the Incarnon thingamabobs on them. Look at that. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, the dagger's actually orbiting me right now. And off it goes. Wowee! That's very neat, I like that. That is an immensely cool Incarnon effect. Final set of evolution is Synergistic Shorty for the status damage, Orakin Reach for the range, and then Commodore's Fortune, because 36% base crit chance is bonkers. Also, 24% status is more than enough. Here's the original build, and I don't think we're going to change it all too much, but there are a few things we can tweak here and there. Like, for example, we can take out Organ Shatter and replace it with Galvanized Steel for more crit chance and damage. And I also think we're going to drop Viral and just focus on Slash. We do need more capacity though, so let's slap a V right here. Galvanized Elementalist is going to be quite nice, especially in combination with Weeping Wounds. There's no reason to run Reflex on this. So what is the final mod going to be? I'm actually not sure. We have a lot of options here. We can go more attack speed, more crit chance, more crit damage, maybe some utility. We'll figure something out. I forgot to check, but it should be more than enough. Is it? Yes, it is. Lovely. Also, by the way, we need to figure out the dudette situation. We can't have more than one dudette roaming the comment section. This should be the last forma here, so all in all, it's gonna be 4 forma. That's not too bad. Let's move that over here. You know what? The more I look at it, the more I think Organ Shatter makes the most sense. Just big crit damage. Because why not? Like, we could go with the faction mod and be all sweaty and all that, but the faction mods just suck. I hate them. So, crit damage it is. Let us see what it do. This build's combo so insanely fast, my god. Wowie. What about the slash procs? Oof, that was a 1 mil slash tick. Yep. That is big damage, my dudes, and dudette. That's without viral as well. Jesus Christ, the damage. What? That's gross. Let's try some Eximus, I guess. Wait. Did I am not entirely sure if I saw that right. I need to go check the footage. But I think that was a 6 million slash tick. Hi, it's me, Mr. Editor Man, and it was actually 6.8, which is just stupid. I can't see a scenario where this does not absolutely shred. This should butcher everything. Man, I love Gnashing Pyra. It's such a frantic but fluid stance. It feels amazing to play with. I mean, yeah, this is a dot build, but it doesn't feel like a dot build. The upfront damage, especially on the Tennokai heavies, is so ridiculously high. Like, that was a 1.6 mil hit on a slash setup. So this should shred acolytes and other status-resistant enemies as well. The damage on this is so ridiculously high, I'm pretty sure you could take out one of the damage mods and replace it with spring-loaded blade for more range and not notice a difference at all. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really noticing the daggers much. They're probably doing something, but yeah, they just sort of do their own thing. I guess they could be a little bit more prevalent if you were to run like, let's just say an influence setup, so you could spread the cold around, assuming you can do that. I don't see why you shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, that would actually be a cool build as well. You could take out Primed Reach, replace it with Electricity, and then run Influence. These are tremendously fun. I'm enjoying them a lot. Also, if you run an Influence setup on these, you don't have to worry about your single target being somewhat low-ish because of that immense slash damage. This is just an absolute massacre. I think we're done. I can't think of anything else I would want to change on this. This is just a ridiculously good setup. Let us wait for an acolyte to see what the damage is actually like, and then we can... I'm flying. Then we can do the conclusion. Bring it on, Angst. Give me a proc. There it is. Big damage up front. Slash isn't doing much, which is to be expected. But, yeah, I mean, yeah. I think 1 or 2 Tennokai hits to kill an acolyte is pretty damn good. So, here's the final build for the Okina Prime, or the Incarnon Okina Prime. It doesn't actually matter, it will work for both. Our stance of choice is the Gnashing Paera, which is an absolutely incredible stance with terrific fun combos. And our Tennokai trigger is Opportunities Reach, because at some point you just get so much damage, the best thing you can do is just hit more stuff. For the actual mods, we're running Condition Overload for base damage, Blood Rush for crit chance, Galvanized Steel for crit chance and damage, and Organ Shatter for crit damage. A lovely little crit trio there. We followed that up with Weeping Wounds for status chance, then Primed Reach for more range, Galvanized the Elementalist for status damage and status chance, and we top it off with Berserker Fury for attack speed. Now, while I am running Melee Animosity to build up even more crit chance for the eventual heavy attacks through Tennokai, you could run Influence instead, and if you're gonna do that, you take out Primed Reach and replace it with an Electricity mod. Now, I was using some outside buffage for this one. I used Arcane Strike on my frame for 60% more attack speed because I love having a ton of attack speed, as well as Harrowed, my hound that primes Vital, Electricity, Puncture, and Impact. And speaking of Impact, Harrowed actually has quite a big one for this build because we're running Condition Overload, so we want to proc as many different status effects on the enemies as possible. And finally, we have the evolutions. We have Synergistic Shorty for the base damage and status damage on crit, which is very nice, Orokin Rage for extra range, and we top it off with Commodore's Fortune for extra base crit chance. This is an absolutely ridiculous setup. The damage it does is gross, disgusting, it's filthy, it's... oh, so good. And you can make it even more ridiculous if you decide to go with an influence setup. So would I recommend you give this a shot or a swing or whatever? Well, yeah, obviously. Duh. This is some dummy thick damage, my dudes and dudette. And it's fun as hell too. You have cool little daggers orbiting around you and flying off at all times, and Gnashing Paera, I can't get over how good Gnashing Paera feels. It's just a dumb setup that does dumb damage. So yeah, absolutely do give it a shot. And as always guys, I thank you very much for watching and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Then I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support, it means a lot to me. And if you have any suggestions for the series, no matter how silly they are, usually the sillier the better, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.